Yeah, hey there. So it is March 2nd, and I'm still here in Lima, Peru. And I just thought I'd just record a quick update. I know my last video on Lima was pretty harsh, um, calling it, some names. So just wanted to give an update after a couple days. So a few things are still the same, right? So, it's loud. Uh, it's literally like this is kind of a side street here, right, in a fairly upscale neighborhood, and it's just constant honking. There's literally a car alarm that goes off dozens of times a day, like when a motorcycle passes or anything. It's super sensitive, and nobody cares. It's just like, the alarm will just go wild for 30 seconds, a minute or two. I don't know how long. I'm on work calls and people are wondering what's going on. So it's just crazy noisy. It's smelly. I'm on the fourth floor here, and even now, it smells like diesel and exhaust. Um, and But I will say, these neighborhoods here are a little bit cleaner than, a lot of the stuff that I've driven through up north. I actually saw a crew today. They were washing the sidewalks, an official crew. So I was like, hey, at least some people seem to care a little bit. I've been to some really good restaurants, great seafood, ceviche. I did one of these Airbnb experiences in the Barranca neighborhood, which was really nice. Uh, so, um, and I don't think traffic has been quite as bad as when I arrived here Sunday afternoon. I mean, traffic is bad. There's just no way around that. The One interesting thing that was interesting, that tour guide, his name is Moy, or Moises. He goes by Moy. What I was asking him, I was like, hey, what's going on with, like, why is there so much trash and all that? And he acknowledged that it was a problem. I kind of felt bad flagging it, but he was really kind of pushing us to ask whatever questions we wanted. So that was one of them that I asked. And and again, this is just one guy's assessment, right? And he was saying, a lot of people just expect the government to fix everything. It's just like, well, no personal responsibility for stuff, no ownership. Just like, hey, the government needs to clean up. The government needs to do this. The government needs to give me money. The government, government this, government that. It's almost a little bit like, communist style ideas, socialist style ideas, where it's just like, hey, I'm not responsible for anything. The government is responsible for everything. So, I don't know how much of that is true, but it was interesting to hear his assessment of the situation. And he did provide a couple examples of it. So that, made a little bit of sense, and, it was interesting to hear. So anyway, there are some nice things here for sure, right? There's this big tree here in front of the fourth floor, and you're not going to be able to see it, with the video, but there's just like hummingbirds all over, right? You can hear them humming, so that's pretty cool. They don't seem to mind the stink or the noise. And I don't know what they're eating, because I don't see any flowers in the tree. It's just kind of a green tree. The hummingbirds are, a little bit on the brown side. It's hard to see them. It's probably 50 feet away. So, but that's kind of cool. So anyway, that's kind of a quick update. It's Thursday, March 2nd. I've been kind of working this week. I got work tomorrow, Friday. I extended the Airbnb another day, so I'll leave here. I'm going to try to leave really early Saturday morning, and the GPS says it's a 19, almost 20-hour drive to the Chilean border. So I don't know if I'm going to make that or not. We'll kind of have to see. But I will start heading up south towards Chile, and I kind of was working a little bit on my itinerary. So right now the plan is to I'm going to skip Machu Picchu, and we're going to skip Bolivia as I have previously indicated, and head into Chile. And then fairly quickly there's this Flamenco National Park in northern Chile. And so I'm going to cross the Andes, get into kind of the valley there, and that's kind of where the Argentinian, I'll be in Argentina at that point. head south through, you know, the wine country, spend a week kind of up in the north of Argentina, another week in Mendoza, and then I'll have PTO for 2 weeks, and I'll cross back into Chile, kind of go down on the Chilean side of Patagonia, and you know, go as far as I can road-wise, cross back into Argentina, make my way all the way down to Ushuaia, and then cross back over to Punta Arenas. And I've been communicating with this guy in Punta Arenas. You know, he might be able to help me ship my bike back to Denver or San Antonio or something. So that's kind of the rough plan right now. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think kind of getting, you know, getting a little bit cooler climbs and more open roads. I think I'm kind of ready for that, and I'm ready to be back on the road as well. I'm looking forward to riding the bike. I'll do a separate video on the bike. I've been really happy with the bike, you know, knock on wood. It's just a really, yeah, I won't go into it, but I've been enjoying riding, and yeah, so that's it for today. Just thought I'd do a quick update, so it's kind of tempered a little bit, you know, my initial assessment there of Peru, but overall, you know, not my number one country on the trip. Let's just put it that way. All right, so I'll talk to you later, guys.